How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Michigan Wolverines Dynasty here. And we've got the Big Ten championship game here. Michigan, #1 overall at 10-1, or 10-2, I should say, facing Ohio State, who are 11-1. We just beat them last week. Here you see some other conference championships. Conference USA, it's Sam Houston and Jacksonville State. Kansas State and Utah, the Big 12. The MAC is Toledo, Bowling Green. Arkansas State at James Madison for the Sun Belt. AAC is Charlotte and UTSA. Boise State and UNLV, just like real life for Mountain West. SEC is Georgia and South Carolina. Miami and SMU for the ACC, and of course, Big Ten is Michigan and Ohio State. We barely squeaked by at Ohio State to get to where we are today, and now we look to take the Big Ten championship from them. All right, the Big Ten championship game is underway here at the Big House. Michigan in their all-blue unis and Ohio State. Both teams are taking the field after just seeing each other a week ago. So this is Ohio State's mission. They want to beat Michigan. They couldn't beat them in regular season play and lost that #1 ranking. And we take the #1 ranking here in the top 25. And we're going to be seeing a lot of this game, I think. Probably a good chunk of it, if I'm being honest, because it was a very good football game. So we take the field. Lots of Ohio State love in this little intro screen, and I don't love that. All right. We are going to play on defense to start this game, and we are going to kick it away as we get underway here in this Big Ten championship game. Here we go. Ohio State with the ball. They're going to run it all the way to the 14, not very far as we start this game. Here you see some season stats. They had better third down conversions and average yards per play. But, it's anybody's game. So we're going to start our defense here with the nickel 3-3 over defensive formation. And here we go at the 14. Handing the ball off, and he's not going to get very far as we're able to bring him down for just a gain of 2. Mason Graham is in contention for the Heisman Trophy, so he's a player definitely to watch. A lot of these players are in contention for awards. 2nd and 8. Looking to pass. But again, the defense is there to stop him. 3rd and 8. No gain. Going now with a dime rush here on 3rd and 8. Y'all know I like to blitz on 3rd down. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Ohio State has not been able to move here in their first drive, and the blitz is going to work to perfection with a sack. So, an excellent start defensively for Michigan. And we're going to take the ball here as they have to punt it away, thanks to Derek Moore, the junior, getting the sack here on the 3rd down, his first of the ball game. Players to look at: Will Johnson and, of course, Mason Graham. We've talked about them. Will Johnson, I think, is actually threatening to transfer. But anyways, it doesn't matter. We got football to play. So we're going to start on the 42. And here we go. The offense takes the field behind Alex Orgy. And he's going to hand it off to Donovan Edwards, but no success there as we don't pick up a gain. So it looks like the Ohio State defense is going to be something that we're going to have to contest with. Love that. Orgy's going to not be able to complete the pass. So 3rd and 10. Things not going well for either offense on their first drive of the game. Looking to throw it again. There we go. First down as that was caught. So Orgy with a 66.7 passing completion percentage. And y'all know me, love my shallow cross plays. And we're going to throw that to, I think, a receiver. I'm not so sure. I shouldn't really try. I guess that was Zach Marshall because they're showing his stats. I don't know. Oh well, whatever. Point is, 2nd and 1. Donovan Edwards is going to push it through for the first down as we work our way towards the end zone. You see Edwards' last game, of course, against Ohio State. And a gain of just 4 on the pass. Second and 6 on the 7. Handing it off to Edwards up the middle. Gonna get a gain of 3. Not much there. Third and 4. Or 3rd and 3 on the 4. And incomplete. So the game wants us to go for the field goal, but I'm going to be risky. Y'all know me, right? Shallow cross. You can expect that. Talk about a crunch play for me. So, of course, we're going to try to get Loveland in the end zone. And there he goes. Touchdown. Colston Loveland. That's been a play that we've relied on all year long. And we're going to take a 7-0 lead here in the first. All right. So, of course, we'll get this extra point. Although I guess we could have missed. 7-0 as Ohio State has the ball on the 16. So basically where they ended their first drive last time out there with their offense on the field. And here we go. Defense is back out there and we're going to stop them. And that's just a gain of 1. So the Michigan defense really working here. A few plays into this ball game. Handing it off again, this time towards the left, and they'll pick up a little bit of yardage there. 2 yards, 2nd and 7. Things aren't going so well for Judkins and crew. 3rd and 7. Handing it off, play action, passes, incomplete. Alright, so they have the ball back here as we wrap up this first quarter. And the reason I'm showing this play is because this is so far the most yardage Ohio State has gained and will gain as we play the first. 6 yards for the 3rd down. Okay, on to the second now. We're looking to get some more points on the board, but that's an incomplete pass. So we're going for a 33-plus yard field goal here, and we will make it to take a 10-0 lead here in the second. So far, all Michigan. 4 minutes now and some change here in the second. Orgy's looking to throw. Edwards is going to get a gain of 7. 2nd and 3. Still 10-0 Michigan. We'll pick up the first down. .328 to go until the half. Orgy looking to throw, and it's incomplete, intended for Loveland out there, but there will be a flag on Ohio State. Pass interference. We'll take that. We'll take that. So 1st and 10 at the 44. Edwards has nowhere to go. He's going to get wrapped up immediately for a loss of 1 yard. Something interesting to know about Ohio State so far is they have gone negative 20-something. I think negative 27 rush yards, something like that at some point. It's not been going very well for them offensively, but you know what? We haven't really been able to run the ball for success either. We're really having to rely on the passing game. 3rd and 3. Wow, number 17, you're kind of slow. Edwards up the middle for the first down. 2-minute warning. Trying to get some extra points here to take a 17-0 lead here in the first half. Loveland is going to make the catch, and he's going to get stopped there in the red zone down at the 4. What a play. What a catch for Colston Loveland. That's huge. I feel like that's one of the deeper passes I've made. And Zach Marshall is going to get it in for the touchdown on the play. And it is, in fact, going to be 17-0 Michigan as we wrap up this first half of football. So go blue. The sophomore runs it in. Good first half of football. On to the third. We will start with the ball, and while we had a good first half, the same can't really be said for the second half, and you're about to see why. Ohio State trying to wake up and make this game a little bit interesting. I'd prefer if they didn't, but you know. Trying to run it again, and nowhere for us to go. 2nd and 10. Let's try and run it again now that Edwards is back out there on the play, and he's going to get stopped there by number 6. And a flag. Holding for Michigan. That's going to really hurt us. So Hinton charged with the penalty. So each team now with one penalty today to show for. 2nd and 19. Jeez Louise, right? This is not great. We're all the way backed up in our own zone. And it's intercepted by number 8, and he's going to get stopped there. But that's not good. That's horrible. So Orchie throws an interception. And Ohio State has a prime opportunity to score here and get on the board. So there's a gain of just 1. I was really worried when that play when they first started the play. I was like, oh God, there's so much room for him to go, but nope. So 2nd and 9. We're going to try to kind of go for the blitz or just find plays where the defenders really charge the offensive line, and there's a loss of 4. So stuff like that could be really helpful. 3rd and 13. This would be huge if Michigan can keep them to a field goal. And wow. What a play. What a stop by the Michigan defense. And Ohio State will have to settle for the field goal, but it'll get them on the board here. And they will cut into this deficit down 14. Okay, so maybe this is a sign of life for the Ohio State offense. And when you can make plays like that, this is what worries me, okay? That is a long touchdown for number 4 and the Buckeyes, and this game's going to get slightly more interesting now. So they're going to go for the extra point, and do people miss the extra point in football? They did. 10-17. All right, so they have the ball yet again here. 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the third, and they're going to hand it off, but right into the arms of the Michigan defensive lineman there. 2nd and 15. Quick pass there, and nowhere to go. 3rd and 18. So the Michigan defense back to we're mixing things up a little bit, and it's working out. 3rd and long, very long for Ohio State. And another sack. Let's go. They're going to kick it away. The Michigan defense mixing things up, and it's showing off and working out. Jashawn Barham with his first sack of the game. We go to the fourth, still 17-10. Edwards handed the ball off, and he's going to get hurt, actually. So that's horrible. Should have been keeping an better eye on his wear and tear. And one day I'll learn how to manage wear and tear, but that was not today. So Edwards is out for the foreseeable future here. And 3rd and 1 on the 3. Nowhere for him to go. Donovan Edwards is out, but he could return soon, but the re-injury risk would be very high. So we're going to just keep him out for the foreseeable future. I thought it would be for the whole game, but he does come back eventually. So there we go. The shallow cross helping us out yet again. Colston Loveland with another touchdown. Who says go for field goals, right? We don't. So we add some insurance, 24-10 Michigan. And we've got about 8 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. Extra point is good. 14-point lead, 2-score game. 2nd and 2 at the 45 for Ohio State. Play action. Good for the first down. They work it down midfield. Down 2 scores. Handing it off, and the number 1 there is going to juke through some players and pick up another first down. Judkins. One day I'll learn these players' names. Not today. 1st and 10 at the 30. At the 30, actually. Oh, I thought that was a 6. Ohio State moving it downfield, almost with the sack, but the quarterback was able to throw it away. Wow, that would have been huge for Michigan. They could have gotten the sack there, but they'll settle for the 2nd and 10 at the 30. Here's the throw, way downfield, and we can just stop him at the 1, but I mean, let's be honest, that's basically a touchdown. If they don't score here, then they should have to move to like the MAC or something. But they'll score here, of course they will. It was a 1-yard rush. Nothing more that you would need. And this game gets a little bit interesting. Okay, so what are they going to do? They're going to go for it on a 2-point conversion. So here we go. They're going to try to make it a 6-point lead here with the 2-point conversion attempt. And they're going to get stopped. So this helps Michigan out a lot. And Edwards is back in the game, and he'll pick up some yards there on the play. I didn't really want him back out there, but oh well, here we are. So it is now an 8-point lead. So even if Ohio State can score again, they have to go for the 2-point just to tie it up. So we're winding down here, and it's getting interesting. They've come back in, gotten back in this one. Orgy looking to throw, and it's incomplete, intended for Loveland. 3rd and 3. And I don't know what that was, but that's going to be a interception. And that was, I don't know why I was thinking to try to throw it there, but that's going to be a costly error on Michigan's end. And now Ohio State is in prime real estate to score here. Judkins is going to pick up nothing. It's a good stop by the defense. Looking to throw. He's got plenty of time, and the receiver has plenty of space. 1st and goal at the 6. So it's looking like this interception's really about to help Ohio State, and that's a touchdown. So 22-24. And they are going to go for the 2-point conversion to tie this up with 3.5 minutes to play. Plenty of football left. But it's going to be another sack. 4th sack for Michigan. Okay, so we have 3 minutes left. Michigan is trying to hold on to the ball. And that almost got picked off again as he was right on Loveland's heels. 3rd and inches. Just trying to really run down this clock until we can kneel. Not Loveland, actually. Instead, it will be Edwards who makes the catch. God, his injury risk is severe. That left leg might just be snapped within like in an instant. 2 minutes left. Edwards is going to run it. I don't know why. I really need to probably take Edwards out, but I'm not going to. Silly me, I guess. 2-minute warning. Just trying to move the ball downfield. Because a field goal for Ohio State can win it, and that almost goes horribly wrong for Michigan. 3rd and 10. The offense doing everything they can to throw this game away. Edwards with plenty of open space to pick up the first down. Ohio State takes a timeout. 22-24 as we wrap this thing up. 1:52 left on the clock. And we are approaching midfield at the 44. Edwards runs up the middle. Picks up some yardage. And we're going to run it again. 2nd and 2. Edwards up the middle for the first down. Timeout once again, Buckeyes. What the hell even is that mascot supposed to be? Doesn't matter. The game is over. We're going to kneel and run down the remainder of this clock. And we come away barely with a 24-22 victory to win the Big Ten Championship. We beat Ohio State twice this year. Your player of the game is Colston Loveland, 82 yards and 7 catches and 2 touchdowns. Donovan Edwards basically sacrificed himself for this game. He'll greatly take the week off as we prepare for bowl week and the college football playoff. But we beat Ohio State twice. That feels pretty good. And we're going to take home that Big Ten Championship trophy. Let's go. So, to wrap up this video, we're going to take a look at awards. So, a lot to look at as we wrap up this video. And I was going to try to tell you what the conference champions were, but it doesn't actually show you until you sim the week. But hey, we're the Big Ten champions, and I think that's all that really matters. Let's hop into bowl week. Simulating the conference champions. And we hit award season. There you see, so not Will Johnson, but some other Johnson looking to transfer. You can leave now. So your Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week is Derek Moore with 2 tackles, 2 sacks in his game. And then, of course, he does win the National Player of the Week. Colston Loveland takes home the Big Ten Offensive Player of the Week. And the Player of the Year actually goes to Mason Graham with 14 sacks, 44 tackles, and 28 something. So Mason Graham is your Player of the Year. Your Heisman. 28, whatever TFLs are. I'm sure Griff will tell me what a TFL is, but I don't know. So Mason Graham is your Heisman winner. And your best defensive player. So Mason Graham, sir, I mean, just take home all the gold, I guess. Best defensive end goes to Josiah Stewart. There you see his stats. Feel free to pause the video and take a look. But 8 sacks, 23 tackles on the year. And then Donovan Edwards wins best running back. 300 carries for 1,384 yards and 11 touchdowns. Your best tight end of the year goes to Colston Loveland, of course. Will Johnson wins best defensive back. 24 tackles and 12 interceptions, I think. Mason Graham wins the Lombardi Award. So Michigan really went all out on winning the awards this year. So let's just take a look at the job offers. I'm not leaving, obviously, but I'm just curious after this excellent season what I'm offered. And just some coordinator jobs for bigger schools like LSU and Ole Miss. Don't really care about that. Let's take a look at early National Signing Day, see what we land here. Some stars or impacts, hopefully. So our first star we've got is John Cook, quarterback, field general quarterback. Then Stephen Washington, the safety. We have an elite right end in Dan Cantwell. So I like that. Another another star tight end. So he can maybe replace Loveland as we move along. A star linebacker, a star running back in Akeem Gold. Actually, he went to Notre Dame. Oh, no, he didn't. Sorry, this is moving really fast for me. I really should have slowed it down. So lots of star players, lots of a couple of elite players here and there. We did lose an elite player to Nebraska. And I believe it's Hope here. Yeah, Enrique Hope is elite. And we lose him to Nebraska, so I'm sure we'll see him at some point. So solid recruiting done as we look to eventually replace some of these players who will but definitely be drafted at some point. Okay. Looking at our staff here. And at first I was like, oh my god, that's Ohio State. But no, that's just New Mexico. They're basically letting everybody go. New Mexico State is. Some other players, or some other coaches got fired. Stanford's head coach, or offensive coordinator, I should say. A lot of coordinators let go this offseason. A couple of head coaches there. And Southern Miss's head coach got fired, so that's fun. A couple of guys went to the NFL. Wisconsin's head coach went to the NFL. LSU's offensive coordinator went to the NFL. And Ole Miss and Oregon's defensive coordinators went to the NFL this season. Okay. So we finally were able to unlock architect in our coaching skills, but I'm going to skip through all this because it's not really that important. All you need to know is we need to spend some money in tactician before we can move into architect. And we did that by improving some quarterback skills. Okay, so we're going to take on Oregon in the Rose Bowl. And we took on Oregon last time this season, and it did not go very well. But that's okay. So let's take a look at some job offers just to see. So we got some head coach offers, but nothing worth looking into. Texas State, South Alabama, and Memphis. And we can look at the conference champions as well. So scores and schedules. So let's see. We're going to look at Bowl Week 1 and then as well as conference champions. Okay, so Boise State walked all over Idaho there. Not Idaho, UNLV. Worse than they did in real life, actually. Or more than they did in real life. Georgia beats South Carolina. Miami beats SMU. Toledo wins the MAC. Utah, San Jose, and Arkansas State win their conferences, respectively. So, pretty great. We win ours. Ours is probably the closest game, the most interesting game to watch. Well, I guess UTSA and Charlotte if you're into that. But as far as like the power conferences go, I mean, ours was the best. Looking at the bowl week here, first bowl week. Just seeing if there's any interesting scores. 38-30, 41-17, or 14, I should say. 16-15, NC State beats Boise State, so they're knocked out. 24-21, Toledo wins their bowl game against App State. Oregon, of course, beats, I believe that was USC, so we're going to face them. 22-27, Alabama beats Texas. Clemson gets knocked out by East Carolina, 36-33 to lose their bowl game. So all in all, some interesting scores here in Bowl Week 1. Well, we play Oregon in our next game, so hopefully we can come back and beat Oregon. We'll see. 45-43, Maryland squeaking by North Carolina. So anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and this series so far as we continue to roll into the college football playoff here with Michigan taking on the Ducks. That's going to be a scary good game. I hope you guys tune in to watch. As you guys know, on Mondays we post our USM Dynasty. On Wednesdays, our Reds franchise and MLB The Show. And on Fridays, our Michigan Wolverines Dynasty here in College Football 25. So if you guys like any of that, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And check out our videos, or my videos. There's no hour, as we take a look at the playoff bracket here. Alabama and Georgia will face each other. Utah and Kansas State. We play Oregon and Miami and NC State out there. So, with all that being said, you guys take care, and I will catch you guys next time.